There comes a movie once a year that becomes the main focus of Sundance, and usually the hype is real with this movie. The movie this year has been on the hype train for a while now, and that movie is Hereditary, which seems to look at the dark sides in every average family. The movie comes with director Ari Aster, who isn't new to the horrors that are hidden in families, as he's shown with one of his short films from 2011, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, which deals with a very dark family secret that is pretty taboo and is being suppressed by everyone in the family. I'm going to leave the link below for the film if you want to check it out, but be warned, the film is pretty out there and might be triggering to some. I decided there's no better time to talk about this than now that Hereditary is about a week away, so let's just dive into what's going on and what the ending holds for the movie's overall theme. The film in a nutshell deals with a dad that is being sexually abused by his son and ends up saying enough is enough, so he writes a memoir detailing everything that has happened and when the abuse itself started and how far it has come. The son ultimately finds out about this and is pretty much hurt about it and throws it away and warns the dad to watch out and never to speak or write about this again with anybody, and that pretty much makes him feel guilty about it. One night during a family gathering, the son seems to be pretty upset about all of this and rapes his father while the father is having a bath. Yes, the story does go into some pretty dark territory. And while this is going on, the mom does nothing but try to avoid it completely by just turning up the volume on the TV. The next day, the father seems to have had enough, and that was the final straw, so with another copy of the memoir, tries to run away, but ends up being confronted by the son, as the son is telling him that this is something that they brought onto themselves, and he should just take it and live with it. The father, however, has had enough and just runs out the door, but without looking, gets hit by a bus and dies. The next day at the funeral, the mom decides to finally confront the son and have a confrontation that turns violent, where she ultimately kills him, but also she decides that it's just best for her to burn the husband's memoir. Thus, the truth figuratively and literally dies as well. So what does it all mean? Well, let's look at it from the movie's plot first. The mom always knew the truth, and she just ultimately decided that it was just best that we should just keep this in the family. Nobody can know. Let's keep the image going. She didn't decide to do anything until it was too late, and in an effort to cover up what happened, she burned the memoir, and she'd rather get caught having killed her son than to have the truth about what's going on really come to light. This is where we can get into the deeper meanings behind the film that raise many eyebrows. Obviously, it deals with family sexual abuse and the family, which in this case is the mom, doing their best to make it seem like nothing is happening and everything is normal. The short, however, reverses those roles and dynamics. It is meant to make you feel uncomfortable to get its message across, that this shouldn't be tolerated no matter who is in what role. We see, however, that the mom in the end might have confronted the abuser, but still refuses to let the truth and reality of the situation come to light. The truth is, Ari tried to tackle something that is very dark and comedic yet disturbing at the same time. And my best example of something that does this well is BoJack Horseman. The show deals with very dark subjects but still presents them in uncanny sort of comedic banter. This is what the movie does as well, and many of the scenes feel unsettling but also have sort of a what the fuck humor behind them. In the end, the movie tries to tackle the abuse that goes unspoken in families because of an image that is needed to be kept. But that's just my take on it. The director in an interview went on to say that there's a different perspective he's looking at it from. It's actually about parents being too liberal about how they raise their kids and not setting up the boundaries of respect. In the end, the movie can be explained in many ways, but it's up to you. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? And what do you think about Hereditary, the director's upcoming film that is set to deal with dark family issues as well? And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share. And I'll see y'all next time. Stay positive.